Hi Leo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of September 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general for your month, so of course take what resonates and let's leave the rest behind. But I do want to thank you in advance for your love and support on this video, this channel in general. Definitely join this Leo tribe if you haven't done so already. Hands down my #1 supporters, viewers on this channel as it grows by the day. Anyways, growth is going to be a big part of your month. On a personal level, through your work, I really feel as if you are seeing an exponential amount of growth within your business, your online platform, your career status, I want to say, regardless of how that pertains to you. We're going to begin and pull some money and career messages, and then we'll further use some tarot, the Gilded Tarot. Alrighty, for Leo, for September money and career for Leo. I'm hearing the word poised. I feel like you're very poised, very centered, grounded for the most part, dealing with certain obligations with ease, okay? Trying not to overstress, but we have two, and I'm just going to stick with these two unless I'm guided otherwise, but we have worry-free finances at the bottom of the deck. We'll take this one as well. Money in reserve. I feel as if there's finances that you've saved over time you're tapping into, okay? Or even thinking about further advancing oneself through saving money, okay? Thinking about the excess you have and how that's benefiting you. I do feel as if your growth of your business or your job, your career, your status in one way, shape, or form is giving you even more excess in one way, shape, or form. Wow, sorry as I'm a bit repetitive, but that's key wording for you. I do feel as if it's a very spiritual month for you and will more so moving forward. But I feel as if there's just a planning way about your energy, but stress-free once again. There's a hidden talent you may be pushed to be one with at some point in the month, but I do feel like there's treasure to be discovered in one way, shape, or form. We also have wings here, talking about rising above. Any money issues that you once thought would have been prominent at this time along your path. I do feel like this part isn't relevant for this month per se, for a select few potentially, but I do feel like you are seeing oneself needing to acquire a new position, right, for work when the time is right for you, even if it's not this month. It feels like you just recently spread your wings towards a new environment in one way, shape, or form, whether that was a move of residence, whether that was a new job. It just feels like you're planning for another addition to your situation moving forward, but it feels temporary, all right? Business taking off, absolutely. The business owner is drawn to this reading. Things are taking off for you in the right direction, and that feels so damn satisfying. Spiritual work definitely coming into play. Now, regardless of whether you are heavily spiritually connected or not, you might be and don't realize it. But I feel as if there are some tarot readers, spiritual guiders drawn to this reading. But I do feel as if Spirit's guiding you and protecting you while you're working, even if it doesn't feel like it all the time, all right? But messages will be coming in loud and clear in certain ways. So be looking out for them, but don't heavily focus on it too much to the point where it takes away from the flow of things. We also have clover here in the middle, and I truly feel like the 4-leaf clover is speaking upon the luck that you have at this time, gaining a lucky break as far as it feels like a bit of a blockage is removed. For some drawn to this reading, there was several different, okay, they're saying watch your other placements as well after you're done with this one, but there are several blockages that were put in place when it came to your career, okay? And that it feels like another one is being released, even if some were already removed from your path previously. It feels like you're thinking about taking a gamble moving forward, or it simply is just a gamble that you took is working out for you. Good fortune is part of your situation moving forward. And you're going to be reminded in certain ways that that is just part of your situation, your path, okay? It's part of how things are meant to transpire moving forward, regardless of the struggles or lack that you've had in the past, all right? Outdoors taking a focus. Your inspiration for your business or for your job or both will be enhanced, come to be when you're outdoors, all right? Wrap yourself up with Mother Nature when you can, as I do feel it'll benefit you. It'll benefit you greatly. Your calm nature is inspiring, but your words of wisdom even more so, okay? I truly feel like your helping nature is so evident that you are gaining more success all the meanwhile because of it. And I do feel like dragonflies come into play, insects in general. But I do feel like you're drawn to the outdoors, and that will help you replenish to get back to work, or even may help you with work once again. But I do feel like there's a lot to learn in the near future when it comes to who you're meant to be and how that'll affect your career. Yeah, I do feel like there's certain little surprises, sudden changes potentially to look forward to or taking place throughout this month, but it doesn't feel like anything bad. Your worry-free nature will inspire is now what I'm hearing. What do we have to continue for Leo? To continue for Leo, money and career. I'm hearing now this feels like the past, but it's not. In certain ways it does, in certain ways it doesn't. Things are going to work out. A change you made recently, wow, you were right, okay? With the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, the number 99 coming into play. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, okay? As well as the Four of Wands. Make sure to replenish your system as far as take a nap when you feel you need to. Make sure you're eating when you're hungry at the very least. H2O, drink more water, okay? Don't overconsume as far as alcohol and other temptations go. And do tread carefully with what you watch content-wise, as that's going to affect your dreams, your visions, and your communication just in general with spirit. But I do feel like things are falling into place for you and the wheel's turning for you in your favor. You're feeling in control to an extent of how that wheel turns for you as to what happens next along your path with your career, with your money-making opportunities. But it feels like spirit's very much part of how that proceeds, okay? But I do sense that you're attracted to crystals and missing certain past routines, but recognizing the positives within your situation are outweighing the negatives, okay? Or just the missing of which. I do feel like you're constantly content with giving birth to the new. I'm going to put these down here. Your luck is just working in your favor. And I do feel like you're thinking about your family. Now we have two dragonflies here. But I do feel like there's a trip in the future that will help you reconnect with those you miss the most, even if that's not your family. I do sense that you are just doing what's right for you, quite independent. And there's a spotlight on you in one way, shape, or form. Even if people aren't right next to you or in front of you, viewing you on stage. You're on stage in one way, shape, or form, getting a very Six of Wands vibe. But I do feel like you're cheersing to oneself. People are commending you, complimenting you, just praising you for the talent you have. And I just feel like people are a little bit in shock when they discover a change you made, or just where things are going for you, how things are unraveling. But a spiritual messing with taking place, but as to be expected, I feel like for most drawn to this reading, I do feel like you are reaching for the stars and being strategic as to who you associate oneself or where you migrate, okay? Playing it safe in certain ways, but gambling in others, or just enjoying, exploring in other ways. Money is just on your mind at certain points in the month, and then just isn't at others. And that's a healthy thing. We're remembering what it's like to balance things out within one's mind, heart, and soul to benefit your work. Doing things in moderation and therefore receiving more benefits all the meanwhile. Numbers are going up. steadily but surely. It just feels like, and then there's a random chunk of increase. It feels like a burst of success, a burst of knowledge and wisdom to benefit your business, your career in general, or your job. I do feel like you're going to be guided to that part-time job or that full-time job that you desire or need at a certain point. So don't stress it, okay? It does feel like a purchase that happened at the end of August or the beginning of September is feeling quite gratifying. Whether it's a mode of transportation like a car or something of the sort, it could be smaller, but I feel like as well you're thinking about future investments, right? And you're being strategic, mature all the meanwhile. No more cages of limitation for Leo. Period. Let's keep pulling. But I do feel as if with the Page of Cups, you're just feeling as if you're given a chance to start fresh emotionally, and that feels good. Predictive nature coming into play, the past, the present, and the future feeling quite naturally reflected upon, but not overthought. I do feel as if you are embodying this King of Wands way of being, and you're just feeling confident. You're feeling bold, but not overstressed. Sitting back in your throne and saying, I'm not putting up with the BS, but I'm also not going to create some for myself where I might have in the past. I'm going to do it right this time. I'm going to manifest what I desire, and you'll be impressed all the meanwhile. You just wait. You just wait. Those who should have supported you in certain ways doubted you, and wholeheartedly you will convince through your actions, through your success, that they should have supported you or just kept their mouths shut. Okay. I do feel like in certain ways you don't understand how something's meant to transpire, or you're feeling a bit defensive at certain moments, even if you don't act upon that feeling. And I do sense that you're meant to be they're saying put in the dark to a certain extent. All right. But I do feel like you're being quite to oneself as to what your next move is, or what you want to invest your money in, career-wise. I feel as if you're giving people crumbs of information, updates, if they are trustworthy, but then keeping the larger picture that you foresee for oneself to yourself or between you and spirit. And I really feel there's a laid-back way about you, and that's helping you convey the messages you need to get what you desire, or just simply succeed, okay? Or all of which. But the High Priestess, because it is a spiritually connected month for you, Leo, but a successful one. It just feels like you have this angelic presence about you. The small moments when things feel heavy, there's just something to be reevaluated, or something to cut out of your routine, okay? Or it just might not be within your control. I feel as if you're meant to remember that you need to be having fun in the midst of all of which. But I feel like you're healing from a very busy schedule you had in the previous months, or just all that you've had to accomplish, or still have to. But you're transforming through your work, and that's a beautiful thing. People love your energy. I do feel like the majority drawn to this reading have healing energy. Seeing money improving, but not super, super extreme increase. But that's okay. I feel like that's your choice. It just feels like a lot of communicating, and I do feel like it could be at times a fast-paced month, but you're vibing quite calmly, an energetic connection to somebody else at a distance will feel quite relevant and will benefit you when it comes to your work. You're gaining justice, okay, for all that ended, didn't transpired and then didn't, or just all the stagnation and lack of financial stability and career success. I hope that made sense, okay? More money increase moving forward. Don't get comfortable, because we're going to have you migrate when the time is right for you. I do feel like your mind is a bit of a whirlwind at times, but it's beneficial. You're manifesting another leap of faith moving forward, okay? What you touch turns to gold. What you touch brings you justice. What you touch helps others, okay? Do remember that throughout the month of September. Let's straighten this out a little bit. There's no need to rush. There's no need to rush. You're accomplishing and manifesting what feels like your happily ever after and more financial comfort moving forward. trees of different kinds will come into play. Again, nature. I feel as if there are certain people you'll cross paths with, potentially even spirits that aren't trustworthy, but you'll pick up on this quite intuitively. I also just feel as if the possibilities are endless for you at this time, and there's a cup to be knocked over in the future, but it'll benefit you, okay? Allow for yourself to replenish when need be, and view things as a bit of a treasure hunt, and it'll help you enjoy yourself and discover what you need to when you need to, okay? You're going to remember where you didn't fit in and why things have switched up and will more so moving forward. Keep the motivation alive is what I'm hearing. Just because you're calm, cool, collected, and not stressing as much doesn't mean you need to lose the motivation, all right? It's going to be all about balance. But I do feel like you're a little bit guarded at certain points, potentially not wanting things to fall flat, but you'll prove to yourself that you have what it takes to prevent that, okay? A reminder that completion leads to happiness all the meanwhile. And I really feel as if you are passionate in a very peaceful way, and that's how it's done. That's how you're meant to move forward in with the utmost confidence. Bear with me. It's not always going to come out perfectly, but it will come out the right way. You will impress other people in the way you do what you do when you need to do it. It's Leo's month, all right? Let's pull from the small money and career deck to finish this off. What else do we have for Leo? More prosperity on the horizon is what I'm hearing. What do we have for Leo? Taking charge, yeah. Taking charge, but you're reminding oneself and others that doesn't have to feel like a true amount of stress. Okay, making progress. I'm gonna put this one over here. I left that one behind for a reason. Being noticed, okay? Being noticed on more than one level. Again, the Six of Wands didn't come out, but the energy was present for this reading. What else do we have for Leo? A true leader. Abso-freaking-lutely. We're putting that right in the middle of your reading, or our reading if you're new. I'm a Leo sun. Star in the making. We're going to reverse these over here. I feel you are a star in the making who is truly connected to the spiritual realm. And I do feel like powerful change is absolutely a part of your September, but career success all the meanwhile, okay? Allow for oneself to recognize that you have what it takes to be the leader you're meant to.